We have it here now. Yeah, so let me increase the padding here so that we can have a button there. So for this, let's make this let's try 16 here. No, sorry. Supposed to change this one up and down. So let's try 24. Yeah, good. So what's supposed to change? So let's borrow this button here for our search. Yeah, good. So let's borrow this again. Sorry. Okay, we're ready to go now. So let's bring this to front. Yeah, so we have our image there. We have a search field. Let me make sure this is right. 14, 9. Okay, let me make this 12. I think we have 12 on that side. Let's make this one also 12. Here we have 12. Let's make this one also 12 from here. 12, 12. Okay, so let me reduce this by 1. The height of the button is height. Let me make this 47. So that way we can have 10, 10, and 12. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do there. Yeah, so let's make this a little bit obvious. The white here is not really popping on this page because of the blue. So would also let's make this 1. Yeah, good. So it's more obvious now. So this section now is also ready. Just the footer left to do. So let's make sure we have all these elements in the space in the middle. I mean. Also, first of all, let me group this with this. Control G, and then go look at the spacing here. Let's make this. I don't want it to be too far, so let me leave it like this. So let me look at the spacing up here, 62. Let's try 72. So let me reduce this also to make it 72 from the bottom also. Okay, 72 by 20. Okay, so let me add one more to this shape here. The height plus 1. So now we should have 72, 72 for this. Good, 72, 72. So here, and I'll make sure this is aligned to this. We can even use auto layout for this. Shift A, centralized. Good. With the spacing, we could have 160 or 148. Let's try 148. Okay, so let's leave it this way. Yeah, so we are almost done with our page. All we have left is the footer. Let's try and increase the font size here so that way we have more space and we can push this search field to the edge. So let's increase this font size. Okay, good. So we have 48 now. So we have 48. So now that we have 48, we're going to have to work on the line height of that. So 48 times 1.5. So we need to have line height of like 72 here. Change this again to 72. Yeah, so obviously, again, we have to also increase the length of this box so can accommodate more of the text since we've increased the text size now. So let's make sure we have that also. 72. So let's move 10 from this, the height here. Yeah, good. So yeah, so this should be in the middle now. 72, 72. Sorry, I wanted to read this thing. 72, 72. Okay, good. So now for the spacing here, we want to now reduce the space so that, this is already crossing the margins. So let's try 100 first. Let's see how that would look. How much spacing do we have here? 62. So we still need to reduce more. Let's try 80. 82. We need to be 120, so we can still go down. Let's try 48. Okay, so I think we're getting closer now. Yeah, so we need just 6 more. Okay. So 42 then. So we should have 120, 120 now. Good. So this is what we're trying to look for, that consistency too. Yeah, so we have that here. And the final thing we're going to do is the footer. So once you have a footer, your page is fully ready. See how just one desktop frame that was just that was just little from here, and now we've gotten to the point where we are at the top, at the bottom of the page already. That's just how design is. You just need to keep adding more and more and more until enough. So let's let's add a little bit more space to this. Control and drag. Yeah, good. So for this, let me borrow my logo because we need the logo down there again. So let me borrow the logo here. Yeah. So let me borrow my logo here. Yeah. What did I do there? I moved it, sorry. So yeah. So let's take it down to the bottom of the page. That's where we need it. Yeah, good. So let's leave it here first for now. This is medium and 18. Okay, good. So we need all these sections here that we have here, the top. So all these are just links, that you can use when you're trying to access the website. So would have something like that too. So would I have the text here? I'm thinking I should type it here so that I can just move it there. So let's do that. It will be easier. I want to be having a back and forth. So yeah, so the first thing I want to type is the quick links up there. So that would be for the header here. Let's make this 20 and bold. Yeah, so this is 20 and bold. When we get to the page, we might still reduce it, but for now, let's leave it like this. And then, or let's try 18 and bold. Let me leave it at 18. Yeah, let's leave it at 18 for now. So yeah, so let's add the other text that we need on that page. So we need home. This one is definitely going to be 16 and regular. 16 because it's just body text. So 16 and regular. Oh, sorry. So we need this to be 16 and regular. Okay, good. So yeah, so now we can now copy more of this. Next one is about us. Move this away from this. So this part we're designing now is what we call the footer of the page, basically. So trying to get this duplicated. So we have shop, then we have authors, then the final one we have there is contact. So now everything is ready now. Obviously, I'm just going to try to use auto layout again because so I can have that alignment and spacing figured out once. Shift A. So now I can just adjust the spacing however I want once and for all, and everything is already aligned. So let's leave it at 8. Let's still leave this thing at 8. Spacing, and then this one will be on top of it. Quick links will be the header. So let me just get this frame again. Copy this whole frame. We're going to use for the remaining two. So for the first one, we have my account. So I'm just basically just trying to duplicate everything they have here just for time, golf time. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do exactly what you have on the page. You can have your own links, but for the sake of this design, we're just going to use what they have here. So tracking list. And then the next one we have is terms. And it's privacy policy. Well, there's even one more. Let me pick you there. Let's see with this. Then F A Q. Good. Yes, but this is not in this auto layout, so let me just add it to it. So yeah, that one is there. And then we have the next one, categories. Let's do that too. So that we can just take everything to that page immediately. That's why I'm doing all this now. So that we can just take everything to our design page. I want it to be going back and forth because of the text. That's what I'm designing here. And like I said, you don't necessarily have to use exactly what you have in your inspiration. No, you can actually change it. You could have your own personal links, what they don't necessarily need to be what you have in your inspiration. So I'm just for the sake of this design, that's why I'm using this one like this because of time. So let's try fiction, um, toys and games. Got this. So yeah, we have one more, the final one. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Dribble, Yes. So we'll just stop there. Yeah, so we are ready now. So now we can move everything to our design page now. So we won't need to be coming back and forth there. We could just move everything straight up now. Yeah, so that was why I designed it there. So we could just drop everything here now. Or I could just copy everything and just move them. So let's select this, select this. So let's select this, select this, and select this. So let's go and drop everything there. Yeah, the links is last. So yeah, for this, let's not get the header. Oh, FAQ did not move. As with customer area, privacy and policy. So we can go and join that to this. Yeah, to this. So shift A, space should be 8. Oh, 8. So it's with them. Then we want to have the header now, all the headers. So let's copy this. Could have even done this together here also with the others, but that kind of escaped my mind. Could have also added the header here and then moved everything once. But no, we can still do that here too. Category, the final one we have is social media. And so everything is ready now. So we can just move all this there, and then we'll be able to group everything when we move it. So let's select all that. Yeah. So we don't have one. Let's get everything. Yeah. So we have them all now. So let's go. So we're back on our page now, and we're just doing final touches now. So we can just for the quick links here, customer area, that should be this. Category should be this. It is social media. Category is this. So we could just or what we've been doing since auto layout this also. This with this shift A spacing, let's make that 12. Yeah, so that is done. Second one, click on this, shift A, Spacing, we want that to be 12. Left align it. Good. So that one is there. Here, same thing. Shift A. Left align and 12. For the final one, also click on this, Shift A, left align it here, and 12. And boom, our footer is also done. So we can now pick everything together and then auto layout everything. Well, first, let me increase the size of this. Let's make this our header a little bit bigger. Make 24 and bold. Yeah. So let's have all this, everything in auto layout too. Shift A. Yeah, so I want this to look at the top. Okay, good. So yeah. So let me check, let me make sure this is center aligned. And then 141. So we can include, we can add more space in here. Let's try 154. 154. So center align. Let's make sure that's still within our margin. Okay, now we have to reduce this a little because it's already off. So we can make this, let's try 148. Left align. 130, 131. Okay, good. So it's still within our frame. So we want to make sure this is also from here to here. We also make sure this is 80. Footer to the next section also must be 80. We need to keep checking all these things. Yeah, so now we are done finally. So we can now reduce the page back since we still have a little more space here. So hold control and I drag it back here too. So the space from the footer to the final thing here, last thing we have here, we could make this, let me see for spacing, we have a 63. We could make this maybe like 48. Let me check. So yeah. So let's drag this a little, reduce it. Oh. So let me check the spacing here. 33. Okay, we could just remove one to make it 32 instead. Height. Remove one. This should be 32 now. Good. All right. So now we are done with everything now. Your whole page is ready. This is what we call a hero section. No, sorry, the landing page for a website. It includes all the elements the page needs. We have your hero section where you have your links, your header text, your buttons. You have your next section which shows the offers. We have the next section that shows the most selling books. We have the next section that shows the testimonials. We have this next section that shows the availability on mobile applications. Then we also have the next section that says subscribe to our newsletter. And we have the footer. So basically, this is what it means to design a web page, landing page. All we have here now is a landing page for a website. Everything we have here is a landing page for a website. So, it started from just one small screen, we kept adding more and more and more and more, then till we got to this level. So while we're designing all these pages, you saw that we were looking out for things like alignments, looking out for things like spacing, looking out for things like your color contrast, or looking out for things like hierarchy. So these are basically what you have to look for in every design you are trying to get your hands on, because these are the things that would make your design actually pop and make it standard. So it takes practice to get there, but definitely with more practice, something that can be achieved. So yeah. So with more practice, this is just an example. If you are trying to design any other thing, also the same steps follow. Make your research, enough research, get on Figma, get on Dribble, get on Behance, get on other sites where you can get inspiration. And then from there, you can now come to Figma, then start designing. But while you're designing, you just have to make sure you are keeping up, you are looking out for those elements that could, make your design standard. Hierarchy, like I said, hierarchy, alignment, spacing, your color contrast. So when you're looking out for things like that, there is no way your design would not come out really being great. So yeah, I think that's the end for today. Like I said, we were not trying to get everything they have on this page exactly, but it looks close to it, just very, very close to it. Yeah. So yeah, this is the end of today's class, and thank you very much.